Welcome back to Hypixel Skyblock. We can finally go on this server. We can I don't know what we're doing today. We may go farming. I can't believe my whole game crashed yesterday. I probably... Okay, hear me out. No dungeon today? Wait. If you're a mayor, what's your ability? Oh, so... Okay. Who... I think we're going to go farming today. Just so I can do that. Should I? Boom. Boom. Wait, you. Wait, you. Okay, Okay, so what we're going to do is switch to farming. Just because I genuinely want to go for that now. Just mainly because I have an idea. You... And then... Oh yeah, I need to pull up the... You... Okay. One over. First page. Can I... Which that will go to work. Why am I dog barking? Am I allowed? Dungeon. I didn't buy any Dungeon V5. That's right, Lord. Spear leaps. Okay, let me see. I'm going to yell at my dog in a... Yeah, will you. And you. So I'm breathing. I'm trying to look for one item, and it's sort of hard to find. Okay, got one. Blooming. Okay, got the blooming bracelet. I think we have a second piece. I don't know why my dog keeps barking. I actually do know why, but... Boop. Okay. Now we could go in. And we're just going to aim for... We're just farming today. I feel like farming. Guy. Not you. You fine. You're fine. Hold on 1 second. Oof. Yeah, okay, I want to talk about this because I haven't talked about it. But I would... No. But... Okay, cool. But as I was saying, I was watching the... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. But I was watching the... I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I saw the Offkai thing. I'll talk about that first before I talk about my even... Because they had the Fansly. And I don't support... And I want to talk about this because I think it's actually important. I do not like conventions where they put in, like, Fansly other one in. And expecting people to support that. Like, I saw that and I was generally mad. For anybody who don't know, Offkai is a VTuber event. And the thing is, Offkai had a Fansly. No, I need... Do I not have it on? No. Yo, you. The issue is, Offkai, ooh, bad. It's not even like... But basically... Offkai good. Yeah, but no, it basically have Fansly, and basically, like, it only does a thing there. And I'm one of the people who understand a lot more of, like... I don't want to brag, but there have to be a brag moment. Who understand, like, convention areas the same amount as an average American would. And if like, okay, cool. Quick question. Why? Like, what are you promoting? Oh, this is an adult website. Okay, another important fact to ask. Why don't you not do that? Because, like, people, because, like, if family pay you a lot of money, you literally just need to say, hey, look, we have to put you there. You are an adult site. We generally cannot legally put you into this one area. And, like, how our thing works, we do that, we have to justify 5 more things, and that's not cool for anybody. Half of it I also think is Fansly definitely paid the way in. Knowing how, like, some company works, it definitely, they paid a decent amount. And if, like, okay, so our goal is to basically, how much is, we need 49 more, which is a 1 stack finish this stack, and then we are good. And I'll put this up here for now. But as I was saying, if like it's a not smart idea, it's a dumb idea someone could actually possibly do. If like, hey, I have a Vsauce here. But if like they did that and I'm like no one questioned why nobody liked that decision. Yeah, it was sort of obvious. Why, guys? Guys, is it A, that type of promotion actually bad for the branding and ultimately kills and ultimately justify all the other thing for VTubers? B, as shown below, VTubers basically most people at convention do not want to see that in general use. And that ultimately promoting that type of thing, it's bad and it makes the whole convention 10 times worse because now people have to cater to a certain group of people. Or 3, all the above. I do want to check one thing. What is now the melon collection? Oh. Could be US government to upgrade. Okay, cool. That's actually a cool thing I need to get anyways. But I saw that and it sort of irritated me. I saw that. It was generally... Dude, I got sick. I saw another one where it is... How much is this? I have a 0.5% chance for every crop. And we are almost there at the talisman. I just need... But I saw that and it sort of irritated me. Come on, give me crappies. Give me crappies. Give me crappies. I need this, and then I need 1 stack more to get... Like, unless this, if I... Okay. And then when we get Squatch, we can then go for the next upgrade and slowly build up the upgrade pool until we can get to the final stage. But I saw that. I saw I talked about this yesterday. I think I want to talk about more. The David Pakman situation. Because if you don't know, David Pakman is a left-wing commentator. And he basically called out Hassan Piker for mouse suit. Which everyone knows is a mouse suit. Anybody who is saying that is lying because we all, even the Chinese people, Chinese individuals, use it and they're advised of him saying that. So we all know it's a mouse suit. Or downplaying the fact he did that. And he basically called him out. And he basically getting harassed by them. And the one thing I will talk about, because I think this is actually important, I met actual Hassan fans in real life, IRL. I met X1. They're really big IQ boosts from people who watch, like, from Hassan viewers to not watching Hassan. I have met some, like, during COVID, they started watching him, and then afterward, they're like, yeah, actually going into, like, his politics, he doesn't know what he's talking about. We all see it. One of them is, one of them I saw was like it was one of my friend, and I brought it up because I got bored. We were bored. I'm like, oh, everyone's favorite political commentator? Oh, yeah, not him. But literally, like a lot of them say that a lot of people I met, they're like, hey guys, I hate my wife. Like a bunch, all of them are sad. By the way, the real one I met, it was even funnier because she started bragging about, yeah, dumb. Okay, give me crappies. Give me crappies. Wait, does mushroom? Can we just get rid of that? Isn't B-Pet now good? Oh no, I don't have good B-Pet. I thought they're a cool one. Oh, I could get more pet. But as I was saying, a lot of them, like, when you talk to them, they're like sad, like not chronically online. I call them sad online because they're like, their whole thing is they're stuck in like a loop. They're like actually stuck in a loop. Like one I met was pretty much like, it was like a person I knew, and they're like, yeah. Well, like all you people are wrong, and I'm like, no, you're cringe. Like, okay, this is not Hassan. This is I'm using a sample from another thing that happened. It was like a Dean Wither fan, and you could tell they fan because they're open about who they watch. Like people I met a Nux Taku fan, and that was the funniest conversation I ever had because he like I think I got him to agree on some super political thing, and I'm like, oh no, you're a Nux Taku fan. I feel scared because the thing with a lot of them is they don't think you can actually like plan out. My dog barking again. No. Like for example, one of them got super. Like they don't think, and like it's fun when you debate them, because I did one, and I beat them with Obama hair facts, which is funnier. But like most of them, like Papa Good, like good example of one I think is similar, where he is so much online that he doesn't do the basics. A lot of them don't. And what I mean by the basics is how like you should plan debates. And how I plan debates. I debate myself so much that I become nearly sad. Like because I know that for a fact a lot of people don't do this. I like when I had to debate, I debated myself for 3 hours one time, and you're supposed to do that, and like it's a good argument. Like you break down the argument your opponent doing, you fight every point, trying to win with one side, and you're trying to win on the other, and it works. And when I did that, that was super special, awesome. But I saw that, and like, I like the fact that like even now the media talking about it, like I could say this like about politics. This is the fun part about me talking about politics for 0.5 seconds. I could go on Twitter. One second. Yeah, but no, as I was saying, I think it's just funny. I think it's like the fun politics now. Sorry, I had to think for 5 seconds. But going back to that, if like, I think like they don't have PR, and I think it's just bad looks. But like, it's like, oh yeah. Man, I have to. I'm dying of. But I saw that, the Offkai thing. I want to get back to Offkai. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. Farming makes me a little jumpy. But I think like that and like this, both like the companies, the orgs, let's say what they are, do not know about PR in that way. Where they don't go in, they're like, they don't question. They don't go in and be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this. Hey, guys, maybe we shouldn't destroy this country. Like, if that, like, I've kind of, like, the one, I think there's money involved. Because, like, if, like, yeah, cool. Hey, Fansly, your PR people should have told you not to do that. Or at least make it where you're not known. Like, the reason why Lubbock got called out when you did the boxing, chess boxing, or when the streamer war had it, because people were saying that kids are watching that. By the way, if you know any of the websites, how they work, it is a true fact. They get off kids. Literally, kids are their audience. They're similar to vape, by the way. If you know how like the vape industry worked for a decent while. Oh, I have to talk about this to explain my point. Oh. Okay, vape companies in the early days, right after they became trying to replace cigarettes. By the way, that was the whole point of vapes. By the way, was, hey guys, you want to smoke some joints? That's pretty unsafe. But hey, we got something even more special. You want to smoke cigarette? Ew. Take some vapes. And then when they couldn't make money because people didn't vape, didn't smoke, get what they target. It's kids. That's why you have the Starburst vapes. Or the Mango Ultimate Extreme Candy Flavor vape. And it would literally to persuade kids. And that's what family does, by the way. And why they hit them. They're like super obvious about it. By the way, every adult site does that. It to literally market to them because they are considered impressionable. And most addiction comes from there. And if literally it is a dark thing people should know about. Most people don't know that, hey. Okay, I think A over here. Yeah, cool. By the way, this is the same reason why most people genuinely want to. Okay, cool. Yeah, of a headache. Okay, I just need to keep doing this until I can get at least the next stack. By the way, this is literally why most people get mad off of it. I wish they could just remove. This is actually a good ability. That's the sad part. But like that's sort of the thing is they've been targeting Kid for so long. They did it for Lovewood. They did it for QT Cinderella Streamer Awards. They did it in the Parker community. They're hating VTuber because literally, even if most people won't say, VTubing is a G audience. But be clear about that. Or E for everyone type audience. And they could target that. And Off Guys should have been like, no, you don't get to do that. And literally, I'm going with Pokemon theory. Sorry about that. Most people agree with me that VTubing is cringe in this one avenue when we don't call it out, and luckily everyone calling it out. I have to make it clear, not cringe in that way. Cringe when they keep doing fansly. If you can't call it fansly, you should not do any of that. Okay, hopefully we can get crappie armor. And we can aim for squash, which our goal will be rancher boots. Upgrade that. So first it will be cocoa, so we can get one cocoa thing, so we can make one replenish. Then we can go into squash and pumpkin, and then the goal will be hyperly make all of them, and then just not do any of it. Again, like the off guy thing, it's sort of bad, and like ultimately, I think there are a better way to handle it, and I think like ultimately in a PR sense, they should have called out the company, or they should have said, "You can go here. We'll make it a little bigger because of you, but we cannot. But if you're running it like this, you should be known that we will fully ban you." By the way, that's what most companies do, by the way. They will straight up say, sorry, we cannot allow that. And again, I think it's because they're volunteer based and they generally don't know. But like I saw another thing. Apparently they're a VTuber contract now. Like they're talking about contract. I'm like, and let me see if I can pull it up. I saw it. I looked at it for 5 seconds. Yeah, so I have one part. I have to think the random VTuber because I saw this on my feed. Huh? Sorry about that. I actually, I had to feed my dogs. I that way they were barking. Yeah, but as I was saying, as I was saying, the first thing on this list is take accountability and give a general response. And the posts I saw on that, they're like, yeah, it PR. As someone who have 2% knowledge PR, this is like the worst advice I ever saw in a high priority. It's like, you and I are not perfect. You'll eventually have your action statement. Will be the case that someone become harmed whether intentionally or not, whether direct knowledge that the harm your action. Don't do that. That's dumb. PR wise, I'm giving a PR lesson. I don't care. I sold that and it's literally only the right one. I'm not dealing with it. Here's actual advice. Rule 1: you should never apologize unless A, you genuinely effed up. Like your category 1, apologize if you genuinely say oh, you gave someone beetroot overclock. Oh, I forgot. I need 16 of that. I need 2 chip are there. I think going for the 80 may be a good one. Yeah, but as I was saying, never apologize. Never apologize. And the category 1, it's if it's private. If it's private, you should keep it private. 2, if you genuinely mess up and it's something not serious, you should apologize there. Case in point, if say you open a Pokemon card too quick, guess what? You should not apologize for that. Now let's say that you apologize for that. And let's say you hurt someone's feelings. And you can't because you open Pokemon card too slow. Yeah, don't apologize for that. That cringe. It makes you I hear the movie in the other room, so I thought that was I just heard beep beep. Yeah, never apologize, because once you start apologizing for that in that way, it makes you look like that any serious thing you will apologize for, even if you don't mean it. By the way, when you apologize, you should mean it and try to make changes. 1 second. I think we're good. Yeah, okay. The second invite. Okay, I'll write. So there's 3. I'm just gonna read the 3. I think I. Okay, cool. Acknowledge the harm your action had caused. Okay. Do not deflect or blame to minimize your fault. The general attempt to change or take action to undo harm. Cool fact. No, you are wrong in 2 out of 3. In context. you should, hey, depending on the PR. Here's the thing. When you're doing PR thing like that, you have to think, how serious is it to Jim? To someone who's not there and never your audience. Again, is it like this? One second, I'm going to open my door. As I was saying, it depends on context clues. If it like you don't think it's serious, and it's not, you should always try to basically not even acknowledge it, and basically say, yeah, okay, cool. If it's not serious, like, by the way, that is, I call it Pier 1, a Tier 3 incident, which is like you falling down the stairs, like something where you can laugh it off and you're fine. That Tier 1. Tier 2 is a little bit more serious, where some of the are important, where, hey, if you're at fault, you should not minimize it, you should not even explain yourself, just apologize and basically do that. Again, sometimes 2s are good for your career. It depends on how well you are at apologizing. Again, you should take the hit for 2. If it to a person, 2 sometimes you can survive basically by doing private DM and apologizing. Tier 1, you're doomed. You can't use any of these. Yeah, you want to use a Tier 2. But like, if like, oh, don't minimize, guys. Don't minimize. Guys. No, do not minimize your actions. Or blame others. If like, yeah, that finds a vice when you're not getting canceled. If you're getting canceled, that is literally not a fight you should hear. If you're getting canceled, let's say by what audience A, you don't minimize. What you do is like, yeah, okay, I did it. Admit to it. And say, yeah, but we do need to talk about some things. Like, I'm trying to get fixed. I cannot get myself fixed because of these situations. Like, and then you sue. Like, the best PR, by the way, is to sue people. That's not a joke, by the way. If you ever get allegations, sue. If you ever get your name dragged in the mud because of a situation that you could not control, sue. Safest bet, by the way. Definitely for false allegation, you should 100% sue. And because every time you do that, you are basically being like, yeah, you want to play the game, I will ruin your career. And by the way, that's how you should run it. Is, if my career dead, so is yours. We are not making out here financially well off. For example, with a lease for KG-tron, for Ethan, because this is a good example one. That, or not even that. Oh, there's a better one. When Bad Brother Hill were getting falsely accused, and he just said, "I'm just gonna sue you." Most people, they had to back off, and if like, oh, my dice, if like, yeah, until it's true, and then you're literally going to be making more money than that guy. By the way, is a safe bet too. Oh, another crappie. I got 2 crappies from this. we will keep going until I could get, until I could boost up all that, then get another level. By the way, it's safer bet too. And then like the low priority he put is, hey, you should contact a lawyer. If like, no, you should do that first. Like, I'm sorry, you're a lawyer, but unironically, I know PR way more than you. Because your advice, you don't explain what you consider a PR crisis, what you consider nothing burger where you can ignore, and what you consider you're career dead. I'm not going to help you. You have to understand those three before you start doing PR decisions. That way corporate VTuber are a lot smarter on how they handle things. Because corporate VTubers literally have lawyers and PR people on there. And the PR people will say, yeah, we could take a hit for that. You don't need to apologize. We're just going to take the hit. Which is good sometimes. I have to explain what I don't have to explain that much, but it's good to kind of explain it. Take a hit is a PR. It's an idea where you're taking a damage because doing more does in fact do more damage. Case in point, let's say your PR team, your product failed at one thing. Your PR team goes in and they're like, yeah, your product failed. This whole one factor. We can apologize, which is good, in a tier 3. Case in point, when Burger King said something about women, they apologize, and it's smart to do that, to own up for though, because they're safe. They're safe. They boost up PR no matter what, because you get people talking about your company, and the hate can die down pretty quickly. If it's a general mistake, you can basically ignore it for a bit, and you're probably fine depending on how big your size are. You could full on actively ignore it because it doesn't matter. And that's what some companies do when they get like complain about certain stores, like, this store did bad. Okay, this story pretty. Oh, wait. Am I? What am I straying? Sorry, I want to make sure my strength is at the fullest. Again, I don't. Yeah, but that was taking the hit me, and basically like the smartest thing for PR safety is to basically say that doing any action is a terrible idea, and you should ultimately not do anything. And like for YouTuber example, because that's sort of important to explain, the best example for a big YouTuber to do that is literally J-Slapped. When he was getting called out for things. The anti-example of that, if you want anti-thesis why you shouldn't, Tommy in it. Literally apologizing for someone making a comment that he would honorary lesbian. By the way, that's at most a rank 3 PR issue. But literally it became a rank 2. A low rank 2. Could be a rank 3 again, but higher. Now, that goes for rank 3. Rank 2 advice, however, it's sort of the same where you kind of do own up, But what you need to do is never downplay, but downplay what you did. Case in point, if someone's, let's say this is rank 2, person A says bad word. Ooh, bad word. You don't want to downplay that, what you saying that. You want to downplay that you apologize. You have to say that and say, I apologize. I said I'm doing it. I'm doing these. They're not believing me. I have a reason why they don't believe me. Because the people do not like me. And you basically set up traps like that, and it basically downplay your thing. And the whole point, you're not doing any of that. You're just lying. That you could be, but be clear. Most people who are doing PR like that are probably not. They're finding loopholes. Schedule reboot. Okay, I'll click here. If which patch should I put? Did I get my Enderman up by a couple levels? That boosts up my zoology, which then boosts up my... Yep. Now we can talk about the third strat. For one, don't do anything. Literally hide in a hole. That, by the way, is the advice I will tell people. When you're in that level, your doom, hide in a hole. Because when you're in there, you're too radioactive. And you could kind of desensitize your radioactiveness. It never goes away, but you could sort of deflate it. And rarely you could be a rank 1 allegation. The only one I could think of who did it is like Turkey Tom and Quite. And they're yeah, he beat women. For example, one that did that is Wilbur Shoot. His was like a high rank 2 to low rank 1. And basically that's why he wasn't on the internet for a year. And when you see YouTubers like that, that's literally the reason why. Or they should leave the internet altogether. But yeah, but that advice only good for the first two. The third one is literally, hey, you apologize. You're basically dead in the water. By the way, but like that, it's what other things? Oh yeah. My name is don't do drugs. One which is also very good detail to go with is 1 second. Don't yell. I'm trying to think what else, but that the low priority for the VTuber is contact a lawyer. You should always contact a lawyer before you're doing PR stuff. Literally, if you're apologizing all that, you should contact a lawyer. If you're doing anything PR wise that is negative, that because of a incident, you should always contact a lawyer and literally have it review. I hate the composting. And by the way, that why like no people who can call this out. You should always, before you're doing anything, contact a lawyer. Here's other advice: always pre-record apologies. Oh, they look fake. Oh, and I even it like yeah. Most people will say that even if it's live. Get a script, read the script, get that checked by a lawyer if you want to do it live. Never do apologies like you're live. And you want to know why? Because people explain. People will go in. Oh, they're a contradiction. You go live, you could basically put out the fact, and you don't have to say anything that could incriminate you. Especially during the incident, you should always contact a lawyer about the statement. Never talk about your situation privately or publicly, unless to a lawyer or to face and face in a place where there's no recording. If you want to tell someone, I wouldn't. But the idea is you do that because you get the out chance that it won't not be used against you. And this is what a lot of corporate VTubers do, by the way. When they post like their graduation or controversies, if they have good PR and good lawyers, they will tell you not to post things. Like example of that is when Kara from FaZe, like that whole thing, like yeah, they didn't have PR lawyers on that. But they did, and they were sort of smart with it after the fact, where they basically... Oh, I have to explain cutoffs. That can be even fun to explain. Basically, companies will cut people off. And I don't mean like that. I mean, they will like go into like, let's say that they will be like, okay, cool. You guys are not allowed to talk about Asmongold anymore. And it's smart to do that. It literally is smart to do that, by the way. You control them. So let's say there's less, and you can't talk about the guy. Like, that's probably why that one VTuber from them, like, quit. Oh. Yeah. But yeah, what else? I saw AI in there, like AI stealing works, which I love AI. I love algorithms and AI. And not in like a generate... I actually like not generate art. I like the math. Because the math is like literally numbers. And it, like, I'm not a math guy. I'm an engineer. I like building with math. But I love data centers. I love data centers. I want to put a post just saying I love data centers because I love how literally data center are leading to my favorite sort of energy coming back on the rise. Because if you don't know, the best source of energy is nuclear. If you want to go into... And literally, the issue with nuclear is everyone's afraid of nuclear. And nuclear is the best source. Because, I have to explain my favorite part about nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is literally fun. When you know how it works because of control rods. But the thing I like about it is, I should probably check something. I have you. I do not have golden carrot. Okay, we're going to go after this golden carrots. Probably after this row, golden carrots. Sell the remaining and then just start doing golden carrots because I generally need that. I got cocky. I got pretty much I became British and Irish. Yeah, but as I was saying, yeah, I remember. I'm tired, but I remember. 25%. I want to see the new drops. I'll check them out. Farming tool. That, this, that. Max. And we only need, like 1,500 more coin. Yeah, but as I was saying. Oh, what the feast? Melon, all that. Okay, now I could talk about this. Me forgetting. I forgot. Okay. But what I was going to say is more people can call that out. AI cool. Nuclear energy actually base and awesome. But like even all the myth getting it like yeah, like oh they're making AI like dude. I know you don't like pure AI. I don't either. But I'll say this. AI is very good for like these small things that are like super cool. AKA algorithms, sorting. Like what we're getting at AI. Sorry, I'm being nerdy. Is what we got like 10 years ago, which literally for medical and all that pretty cool. Like generative basically have some properties, not good property mind you. I could say that without sounding like a evil guy. So I have 4. We need 30. And then once we get that, all left at the crappies. And then once we get the crappies, that would be cool. By the way, it gets even funnier because when you're going into like the belief of it, the issue become later down the line. I have to explain. I have to explain so much because it gets even better. Data centers. I love basically going with them. They're high level. I'm waiting for quantum computing centers to open, which there are a lot. Like we're going to get we're going to get quantum computers, and some of them are going to be cool. I can't wait for the one I want. Oh. I should probably put potatoes in. Sell some of the potato. Aim for the 1,000 I can get. Yeah, no. I'll take that. I'll take that too, and then... Yeah, no. Red, okay. Farming. Yeah, here's another cool fact. 52 on. AI actually pretty fun. Okay, and then manage chips. So we just got hyper. And I need one quick draw. By the way, we need to keep doing this until I can get 30. And then once we get the 30, we just need to keep going for crappies. Which means we could go into potatoes and start going until I could get at least to about at least 930 more. And that just literally because after that we can just aim for boosting up every single item. Or what I could do is just go up and do the eclipse. Here's another cool fact. We can also I'll say this because I think it's also really cool. I completed the Pokemon thing today. I completed the Ozone event. Dude, fun. I got a Rayquaza. And I really want to get a stronger Rayquaza. But like one of the funnest quests I ever did. But I did that, and then I unironically got that, and then I got Salamence. So I've been completing like slowly my Pokédex for it, which there are only a couple I can't get. Come on, give me a Nerd Crappie. Give me a Nerd Crappie. I only need 44 more. 44 more. If I can't get in 15, I will end stream. Or at least until it row. And by Tuesday, most likely, the crappies are done. I do want to check one thing. What? I'm checking what I also put in here. Yeah, fair use. It on. Okay. What did I just see? What the dude, the anime community, I think, and VTubing, I think we got a W. How many people are responding to the Offkai thing? Apparently they're having a person there who had a bunch of things. I don't know if it's true. But oof, if it is. Ooh, I can't wait to get the porcupine. Okay, cool. Okay, hopefully we can get more copper, because if we can get the copper amount I need, we basically get one of the final things in the game. We could put it in the museum, get some levels off of that, continue mining until we could get the 44 we need. The 44 plus 80 we need for both sets. And then what we could do is start doing squash. In the first one we may do a copper is cocoa, because then we can put that on the next grinds, which we should have two out of 3 ready. But we only have 85 more thing until we're level 170. I'm also kind of happy with that, because once we get to here, we get 80 at here, and then the next one I think is a different color. But unironically, I really just want to get to the next level of this. But like, man, and then I should see how many pets I have. Also, the Avatar movie came out today. I'll put my thoughts on it. From what I've seen. Oh, I only need 85. I only need 85. I don't need you. I need you. Oh, wait. Farming check. Moonstone. Night crystal. Sunstone. Sundial. Sun crystal with, oh, I forgot, 3 magical. Isn't there like one reforge that basically can give you coins, which is like super bad for everywhere else, except for this one grind? Because that one grind basically is like decently good for Iron Man player, because they can't make coin naturally from sell prices. So doing this and then selling the main, no, not because. Yeah. 42 more. Yeah. Okay. There's one thing I want to also check. Hunting box. Invisibugs. 48. Zombie. goes. 22 more. Hopefully we can get more. Like, genuinely. Hopefully we can get what I need, and then hopefully I can end after. Oh. Okay, and then let me go think about this for 5.9 seconds. We have 5. Hopefully we can get more crappies. Hopefully Tuesday the update comes on. I'll finish the whole thing and then hopefully I can get some more. Hopefully I can get more crappies, because once we can get that, we can basically go for the talisman, then go for the next, and then go for the next. Because the more we can get that, the more level we can get, the more magic find we can get, which means more strength we could put onto my mushroom for the grind. Oh. Let me just do one thing. Boom. Which means the more accessory power we can have, and then hopefully we can get more damage. The second thing is I'm getting give me 1 second. Whoa. Okay, cool. California. VPN. I don't. Why is there a Tato song that I call featuring? It's good to me that news to you. B53, who answer to who? We could go on about chances. Are we kidding? My divinity for opportunity, my getting through. The favorite dream of coming to shout. Who needs to scream when there ain't got a mouth? That and the feet, you only hand you're getting. By pretend, return, shape, believe, it's really a free way. Never be so far, a fish on the chin. I find you running the show. Now look at this. Absolute bliss. Watch it, Doc. Walk you walk. I'm so I'm on the play. King is my name. I'm the blue, feeling blue. Oh, but it's goddamn shame. Congratulations, your friend. Public relation is getting ahead. Get on your Sunday best. If not too much, and you're blind to see. Hey, Bob. Welcome to the show. Without the light but blur. All the pretty people very much in the field of her. Every step of her. The depths up like a meme. There's so much saping, damage every type to seem. Jingle and subo and calling her too. Like a first accent, there's Trompo. Ooh, day after day after day we fly. The moon and the sun, and we don't know why. Give up, the circuit come alive. Lift every wheel to fly. Savings of its tipping, memories like me feeling why. Every step every step is a dream. Every time it's action, every dream. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Welcome to the home. I'll be I'm sure get the aim is like the TV shine. Every jump no wall. I love farming. I hate ads. Do 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 do. Bum bum. I pull up in the bed safe. That was my society. Seven rebel. Seven babe yo. Never any embers ever backseat. I'm never down the music feel like I'm easy. It was simple also to what every end. I was in even this is. Keep on moving room, keep on living room, keep on moving room, keep on moving room. Never falling every day. Full of loop, full of loop, full of loop. I can't see this up for too long. Root. I'm still to this illusion. Subject of confusion. Never did it on plan. Never so as. Bama jamma jamma gamma damage understands again. Saying which ever every remember everything. Everything. Keep in the room. Keep on moving room. Keep on moving him in the room. Fall and the roof. Fall and the roof. Fall and the roof. Fall and the roof. Do 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 do. Keep on in the room. Keep on in the room. Fall and the roof. Fall and the roof. Fall and the roof. Roof. Do 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 do. I publish it. Dun 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 dun. My bumper is blue and the hills are green. Yeah, no, not this one. I know which one it's playing. Grace, Susie, Rousey. Oh, we made it. Open up, right? Yes, really receptive. I'd be really. How doing the faith? Is it? Maybe it's longer than like. Where? Mine. That was saying not pay up. The people have them flowers. Mother. That would only be able to be for a single day. This was up to him. 75, film right, and felt. Team to us. Day, that was put from Bremen. So take, there is nothing. A friend drives out where we could nothing. And we can do nothing. I'm bored. Like, you the flower. Nothing burn. No. The very. The very bad side. My roots. Let me your power. I'm listening to Delta Roots because I'm. Free. Love is such a baby. 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 If it's after the bear. Every flying the flower man is waiting for the touch of your hand. Leaving of the plan. At the end, the flower man. That is not better they can wrap the oh Jesus. Man. Dude, I'm listening to Delta Root. Found in our evermore. I will. And very, fighting, dying. The baby roses. Wait, no, I'll play. I really want to play this one. Long damage engage. I want to do a video. I don't want to do a main where because one thing I want to do is play Helldivers. And I can't play any of the cool songs unless I get copyright. Like imagine you buy the right of Sweet Child Mine. If like The map to me. Memory. It's fine. Play. We try. Wait. Do they have the one I want? Bum 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 bum. Sorry, I found my okay. Hey, happy beautiful. Wait. Dude, they have the song I really like. It like do 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 do. After that, we'll check that in. Think I can. I think I can. Think I can. You do know. Okay, cool. 3. And I only have 9. I think I can. Firefly, you're mine. Fire in a bottle. Okay, there's like one thing I want to do. No. I think I can. I only need 5 more. 4 potato books. Do I have? Can I? Yes. Sure. Okay, that's an easy one to get. No, not you. 3 enchanted. Yeah, I'm fine with you getting 3. And then we got that. We got that. We're about to get a new pet, which will be the 3 over there. We basically just need to get the talisman, which we only need 41 more crappies. Then we need 80 for the whole thing. And then when we get that, we can basically start doing the next grind. But I think we're going to start doing that again. The good news with these going, it's pretty good. There's one thing I want to look at really quickly. So what? Not floral. What's sunflower? Sun. Man. Mantis. So, okay, I need wild roses so I could get this. So I could get Overbloom. This will probably be the pet that will be for Overbloom at this point. Because the idea is when we get Overbloom, because our next one we could probably do is 64 compost, which right now we have 3. Is to get one of these so we could get 5. And we could probably put wild roses. Mainly so then I can get the many I need. So we can start going for the mantis for the Overbloom. Because we technically have the next area ready. It's all left with the next 3 for the final. And I think we technically... We do not... Okay, those two. Oh, we have 1 for the next one. So we only need 2 for... which it will be the mushroom and the netherite. And then the roses for the final. And once we can get that... we can't even get wild roses because... Wild roses right there. So only one we can get that. And basically that. But now we got the... I want to check what the log cabin looks like. Yes. I would like to get... I would like to... Wow. Greenhouse skins, which are... They probably... Yeah, do not click on them. Do not. Okay, cool. I'll keep this one on for right now. This one is less confusing. And from the looks of it, everything is just right here, like the desk for the logbook, Donkey Kong. And I could just go in here and basically do that. We got Jeff right here. And I'll let it gain one quick draw so I could then get more speed on my visitors. And we only need 5 for the pet. So I'm going to end seal.